Don't forget the names Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy. These are the sisters of Mark's family. And Laurie is a boy of the Laurie family. Right? Now, look at here. Shall we have to move to the page number 4? But to get the link, just read the last paragraph that we have completed yesterday. That boy is suffering for society and fun. So the boy named Laurie wanted to have the social touch. He wanted to have the fun. She said to herself. She means Joe. His grandpa does not know what's good for him. Even his grandpa does not know what is to be done to him to make him happy and keeps him shut up all alone. He needs a party of jolly boys to play with. Laurie needs a party to have fun with other friends or somebody young and lively as a friend. Are you a great mind to go over? So, what idea came to her mind? The idea of going to Laurie's house and tell the old man or the old gentleman that she can do something to make him happy, to be social and have fun. Now let's go to next page. Yes, the idea amused Joe. Actually, that idea of going to the family of Lawrence came to her mind, and she became very happy by this idea. So the idea amused Joe, who liked to do daring things and was always scandalizing Meg. So scandalizing Meg, that means she always teasing her sister Meg by her queer performances, by her strange performance. She was always scandalizing or teasing her sister Meg. The plan of going over, that means to go over there, to go over the Lawrence family or the house of that Laurie. So the plan of going over was not forgotten. And when the snowy afternoon came,
Sir,
Joe resolved to try. Hello, sir.
sir, screen not get shared, sir.
Screen is not get shared. Okay, just a moment.
Akshay, Akshay, stop.
Hello, Akshay, please allow me to share the screen. Sir, please allow me to share the screen.
Akshay, stop your
Hello.
sharing.
Now, are you getting, sir? Okay, thank you. Now, what idea came to Joe's mind? Can you tell me, my dear friends? Write in the chat box. Hello, sir. Rushikesh, sir. My chat box again is not opening. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Allow me to open it. Okay. I think some adjustment has gone there. Please.
Sir, in the upper side, check that participant
Yes.
entry. You have to open
Yes,
participant
upper
entry first.
side there is.
So
Okay, participants.
you have
Again.
to open participant entry part parallelly to open the chat box. Sometimes that type of problem is occurs, sir.
Okay, because thank you, sir. Thank you for your cooperation. So, my dear friends, let me ask you what idea came to Joe's mind. She got the problem of Lori, right? Now, what idea finally came to her mind? What was the problem? What was the problem of old gentleman, the grandfather, and Joe, and what Lori was suffering from? And over this, what was the idea came to Joe's mind? Share on the chat box, please. Yes, even grandfather did not know what is to be done to make happy the Lorry or the boy Lorry. And secondly, he was suffering from society or different. That means he was longing to get the social touch and wanted to have fun with them. But finally, he did not get it. So this was the problem of grandfather and grandson. So Joe always liked to do some adventurous things. One idea came to her mind to go over there. That means to go to the house of Laurie and do something. Sir, at Akshay says, sir, at in right side there are three dots. Just click on it and there you will get chat option. Thank you, my dear friends. I have gone to the upper side and then there were three dots. Then again opened that there was the more option, then chat. Ah, yes, I got it now. Okay. But I have tried many times before. I did not get this option chat box. Now that has opened. The chat box is open. But the same thing I have done before. My dear student Akshay, uh, thank you for your help. I really appreciate your kind soul. Now, the plan of going over was not was not was not forgotten. And when the snowy afternoon came, Jo resolved to try. She decided to try. She determined to try what could be done. She saw Mr. Lawrence drive off. That means he went off. Okay, forced to leave or go away because of some necessary work. He might have gone, drive off, and then sallied out to dig her way. Sallied out to dig her way. Sallied out, that means to set out to do something. So then sallied out to dig her way, that means to make her way, to implement her plan, to execute her plan, then dig her way down to the hedge. Hedge, hedge, the bushes, the part of the area of the bushes where she passed. She came to that hedge or the bushes in between two families or in between the houses of two families where she paused, who? Joe, and took a survey, inspected, and all quiet, curtains down at the lower windows. Curtains down at the lower windows. So, all quiet, curtains down at the lower windows, servants out of sight. There were none to be seen, servants, and nothing human visible. No servants, nobody was there to be seen. Maybe they are there but not seen. But a curly, just a curly black head, a curly black head leaning on a thin hand at the upper window, and this is only the human being was seen over there right now. So this is the observation, this is the survey made by Joe. She wanted to execute her plan to go there. She wanted to help this family. She wanted to help that boy. And actually, this is totally based on her thought, her observation that the grandfather and grandson were in problem. Grandfather did not know what to be done to make the boy happy. And even the problem of the boy, the lorry, was he wanted to be a social. He wanted to be friendly. But with whom? No one was there for him. So, dear students, now look at here. There he is. When she saw a curly black head leaning on a thin hand at the upper window, she thought that there he is. There he is, that means the poor boy. She thought, Joe thought, poor boy, all alone, sick this dismal day, sick this dismal day, dull day. It's a shame. I'll toss up a snowball. I'll toss up a snowball. That means I will take some snow and will throw it and make him look out and make him look out of that window to me and then say a kind word to him. Okay, that means I will attract the attention of that boy by throwing a snowball. Snowball. There he is. Now up went a handful of soft snow because she threw handful of snow. Up went a handful of soft snow. Actually, that soft snow was threw up by Joe, and the head turned at once. That snow or soft snow, when it went up, that throwing of the snow attracted the attention of that boy, and the head turned at once, showing a face which lost its listless look in a minute. Listless means lacking energy. Lacking energy. Udasin, Anutsu. So, showing a face which lost its listless look in a minute. Before that, he was lack of energy. As the big eyes brightened and the mouth began to smile. Before this, he was a listless. His look was listless, without any energy. Sad look. But now, after this, handful of soft which was thrown in the air, when she saw it, it becomes a little bit happy, brightened, big eyes brightened, and mouth began to smile. Joe nodded. She moved her head and laughed, and then waved her broom as she called out, flourishing or moving her broom, she called him out. She called him out. Flourish, that means wave something to attract attention. So look that I am the person threw the snowfall up to attract you. Now look at here. How do you do? Are you sick? She asked. Lorry opened the window and croaked out as hoarsely as a raven. Croaked out, croaked out means to utter in a low or hoarse voice like a voice of a crow. In that croaking voice or hoarse voice, he answers, better. Thank you. That means at this moment, his voice is not as sweet as a boy should have. So he says, better, thank you. I had a bad cold. He had a bad cold and been shut up a week. He has been in that house shut up for a week. He has never been out of that house for a week. So that was the problem easily. We got it now from his answer. And easily that was idealized by Joe as well. I'm sorry. By the condition you are suffering from. I'm sorry, said Joe. What do you amuse yourself with and what are the things you are playing with, making fun of fun? What do you amuse yourself with? Is there anything to amuse? Is there anything to play with? What do you to pass your time, make it happy? Nothing, nothing, nothing is there to play with or to amuse with. It's as dull as tombs up here. So tombs are very dull, they are calm. And my condition, this house is like as dull as tomb. It's a very calm, uh, amusing less. There is no entertainment here. That means the boy is fed up of the condition living in that house. Don't you read? Asked Joe. Don't you read? Not much. They won't let me. They won't let me. They let me not to read. Can't somebody read to you? Can somebody read to you? Is there anybody who read to you? Grandpa does sometimes. He reads for me sometimes, but my books don't interest him. Actually, he sometimes read for me, but my books or reading of my books isn't interesting for him. And I hate to ask Brooke all the time. So Brooke is the person out there. He reads for me, but all the time it is not good for me to tell him to read for me. So I hate to ask Brooke all the time. Sometimes he reads for me, it's okay. Sometimes I call him, I request him to read for me, but it is not good for me to ask him to read all the time. Brooke. Okay. Then shall someone come and see you there? Okay. Uh, is there anybody or does somebody come to you? Have someone come and see you then? There isn't anyone. I'd like to see. Boys make such a row and my head is weak. Isn't there some nice girl who would read and amuse you? Girls are quiet and like to play nurse. Actually, nurses take care of the infant or the child. So, nurse is compared with girls here by Joe. So, isn't there some nice girl who would who would read and amuse you? Girls are quiet and like to play nurse. Don't know enough about that. The girls, their behavior, and if they play like a nurse, no, don't know. He's he's completely away from the society, the friends, and the playing. Eunice began to, then laughed and stopped. So I do. That means I know you. Will you come, please? Cried Laurie. He has offered her to come over there. And actually, what was the plan in the mind of Joe? She wanted to go over there and to do something for that family. And now Laurie cried, will you come? Request, please. Will you come? I'm not quiet and nice. If you want me to be a quiet and nice, but I'm not quiet and nice. But I'll come. If mother will let me, I'll have to I'll have to take the permission from my mother. If my mother let me to come to you, then I will come to you. So I'll go and ask her. So I'll go back and ask my mother whether she permits me to go to you or not. Now you shut the window like a good boy. You are a good boy, and now it is good for you to shut the window and wait till I come. Wait till I come. Now she is returning to get the permission from her mother, and if she permits, only then Joe will go over to that Lorry family. With that, Joe shouldered her broom. That means that sweeper or the broom. She took that broom onto her shoulder. Shouldered her broom. That means take something on the shoulder. So Joe shouldered her broom and marched into the house. She went into the house to get the permission from her mother. So wondering what they would all say to her. Then now Laurie was in a flutter of excitement at the idea of having company of Joe, that girl. He had excited and flew about to get ready. So he wanted to get ready to be accompanied. For as Mrs. March said, he was a little gentleman. He was a little gentleman. That means though he is a young boy, he is a gentleman. He is like a gentleman. And did honor to the coming guest by brushing his curly pate, putting on a fresh color, and trying to tidy up the room, which, in spite of half a dozen servants, was anything but neat. Presently, there came a loud ring, then a decided voice asking for Mr. Lorry, and a surprised looking servant came running up to announce a young lady. So he became ready to honor the lady, Joe. So fresh colors, then trying to put the room tidy. Actually, uh, half a dozen servants were there, but everything was not in. Everything was not at their places. Presently, there came a loud ring. Then, at this moment, there was the loud sound of the ring. Then he decided voice. Then he decided who may be asking for Mr. Lorry. So there was the ringing sound, and that sound was for asking whether Mr. Lorry is there in the house, and a surprised looking servant came running up to announce a young lady. And then a surprised looking servant came to Lorry saying that a young lady is at the door asking for you. Asking for you, that means asking for Mr. Lorry. So young lady is there at the door and he is asking for Mr. Lorry. So this is the information has been brought by a surprised looking servant. Why that servant is surprised? Before this, no one might have come to that house like a young lady. And this is the first time may that young lady or a young lady has come over there, and that's why even their servant is also surprised. Now, dear friends, can I ask you a question, please, if you permit me to? Are friends different from neighbors? Are friends different from neighbors? Are you friends with your neighbors? Hello? Are friends different from neighbors, or are you friends with your neighbors? Yes, friends are different from neighbors, but a neighbor can be a friend, right? If you are a neighbor of other person, you can be friendly with that person. Means neighboring or neighbors are different than that of friends. Friends can be neighbors or may not be, right? Good. Next, look at here. All right, show her up. It's a Miss Joe, said Laurie. Okay, it's a Mr. Miss Joe. Who she might be? Joe. Going to the door of his little parlor to meet Joe. Then he went to the door of his little parlor and to meet Joe. Joe appeared. She is looking rosy and quiet at her ease. She is at her ease. But Laurie is by nature right now is not comfortable. So Joe is at her ease with a covered dish in one hand. In one hand, there is a dish that is covered and Beth's three kittens in the other hand. Oh, what's there in the other hand of Joe? Three kittens. Beth's kitten, one of her friends, kitten. Here I am, bag and baggage, said briskly. Here I am. Here I am. Fast and quickly. Right. Okay. Here I am, bag and baggage, she said quickly. Mother sent her love. Mother sent her love to you and was glad if I could do anything for you. When I told the idea about you to help you, she became happy. She was glad. When she listened that what if I could do something good for you. Meg wanted me to bring some of her blank mange. Blank mange, a kind of food item, sweet item. So Meg had given me some blank mange to you. She makes it very nicely. Blank mange, almond flavored milk pudding, one sweet item has been made by Meg. She wanted to give it to you. And Beth, and Beth, you know what was there in her other hand? Joe's other hand, three kittens, right? So Beth thought her cats would be comforting. That means three cats or the kittens would help you to pass your time, to make you happy. So Beth has given three kittens. So in the one hand, the sweet item that is called the blank mange, and in the other hand of Joe, there are three kittens. Now loan was just the thing. Funny loan, that means the three kittens given are given with me to make you happy is a kind of loan. So it so happened that Bates' funny loan was just the thing for in laughing over the kids. Laurie forgot his